In the year 2025, I made over $72,000 in 1 month trading, and I did it all in my live Discord for my students to see and take the exact same trades as me every single day. I did this on a combination of multiple prop firm accounts as well as my live account. And in 2026, I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to log every result of mine with my live trading Discord, except I'm going to have my first ever 100K month. As I said before, this will all be logged with my students in my live trading Discord every single day. You see, a lot of you guys have goals and aspirations when you start day trading of making big profits, making big money, seeing good results, but you don't actually want to put in the work for it. Well, today I'm going to outline how I'm going to take myself from my best month ever of $72,000 to this year in 2026, guaranteeing I have a 100K month from day trading. I'm going to teach you guys how you guys can do this with prop firms or a live account. So whatever strategy or style you trade, you can make it happen with that. And whatever goal you set, it doesn't even have to be 100K a month like mine is. I started trading years ago, and I'm at the point now where I'm having consistent 5-figure days, so I can make up to 100K in a month now. Make sure you manage your accounts properly, you manage your risk properly, and don't just do something because I am. I have a goal that I've set for myself this year, but I've been trading for years. I have capital built up. I have multiple funded accounts. And that's why I am striving to take myself from a $70,000 month that I had in 2025 to in 2026, having my first ever 100K month. Whatever your goal is, whatever your plan is, make sure that it aligns with your risk parameters and your risk management. I'm just going to show you how I plan to make it happen so you can do the exact same thing, all pending on your account size and your risk management and risk tolerance. So without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, guys, so actually starting off this video, I'm going to show you my best month ever. And here it was on my TradeZella, the month of October 2025. I made just over $73,000 this month, trading a combination of 2 Alpha Futures accounts, 10 Apex accounts, and a little bit of my live account. So that's why some of the numbers are a little bit smaller than others, pending which account it was. Obviously, the smaller numbers are going to be a combination of the Alpha Futures accounts, 50K accounts, as well my live account. And then the big results here, you can see 15K days, 16K days, 11K days. Those are going to be my 10 copy traded Apex accounts. So just a little bit of transparency, showing you guys first that I actually did what I say I do, and I actually recorded it live for my students. So this is my Discord room here, and I actually have a section where I send trade recaps every single day of the trades that we took on live. As you can see, I have my live trading sessions tab up here. We trade live every single day. I send trade recaps every single day. As well, on the thing here, you can also see that I send the results of our trading every single day. So at everyone, final trade day of the year is an L. Live call L, first one in a while, live call W, live call break even, live call W, live call loser and break even, live call W, live call W, so live call L and W, but the W was bigger, so we ended green, live call break even, live call W, live call W. So as you guys can see, I record this stuff live for my Discord every single day. I don't mean I record it live. I mean, I click on this button right here and we live trade every single day. I share my screen with them. They see the exact trades I'm taking and they can copy them if they want as well. Because as you guys can see here, we have people that are utterly profiting so much in my Discord. Okay, they take these trades with me every single day. We've had multiple people get funded. I mean, so many profits. The list goes on and on and on and on. So everything I'm doing and everything I say I'm doing is backed up by my TradeZella right here, as well recorded in my live trading Discord. So just to show you guys proof at first, yes, I had the $70,000 month and it was recorded on my live trading Discord by live trading with the students every single day. Let's actually start with how I plan to do this. Now, you guys probably heard me when I was talking in the intro of this video. I'm using 10 Apex accounts, okay? They are 100K accounts each, so that's $1 million worth of funding. So if I have a $700 win on each of my 10 accounts, that's a $7,000 day right there. So when you see on my TradeZella dashboard that I'm having days where I'm making $15,000 or $16,000 a day, that's not $15,000 or $16,000 in just one big trading account. That's 10 copy traded Apex accounts. And that's the beauty of a prop firm like Apex Trader Funding. Okay, as you can see, not only do they run the best deals, you're getting 90% off of your evals, well, they also allow you to copy trade up to 20 accounts. So 100 times 20, what could I trade? Up to $2 million in funding? I mean, that would absolutely be insane. Okay, right now I'm going with $1 million in funding, but the possibilities and the limits are endless when you trade with Apex because of their copy trading. So you can get 90% off evals. My code is JMM. The link will be down in the description for that. But that is the bulk of how I'm going to make these profits, is by using such large copy traded accounts, 10, 100K accounts for $1 million in funding. And the best part about it is when you copy trade so many accounts like this, you can go in with little risk and still make a bunch of money. So let's say I go in with $500 risk per trade, literally a 0.5% of the account. I hit a 1-to-1 or a 1-to-1.2 or whatever, and then I make $600 or $700 on that trade. I just risked a 0.5% of my account. With all the copy traded accounts though, I can make up to what, $7,000 or $8,000 on the day. Now you say I go in with even just 1% of my account and hit a 1% of my account balance would be $1,000, and then you hit a 1-to-1, you just made $10,000 in the day. Well, I did with my copy traded accounts, pending obviously how many accounts that you decide to copy trade, etc. So the bulk of this is going to be done on Apex. Now, one of the sucky parts about Apex, I'm always going to be honest with you guys, is that there is a lot of rules on Apex. There's trailing drawdowns, there's certain drawdowns that you have to manage. And when you have to manage these certain drawdowns, a lot of traders blow their accounts. Now, that's just me being honest with you guys. I'm never going to sit here and lie to you guys and be like, yeah, Apex and all these prop firms that sponsor me, they're the best prop firms ever. They have their cons, they have their pros. That's just trading in general. So if you are trading Apex, you have to be aware of the intraday drawdowns of the certain things that Apex has, just as any prop firm has, whether it's CFD or a futures prop firm. All prop firms are going to have rules that you have to follow and different in certain things that you have to get behind. Now going on to Alpha Futures, I do use Alpha Futures as well. Okay, so as you can see, these are the price plans on Alpha Futures. They are running a discount as well. These are not the prices you will pay if you use my code JMM. All my prop firm codes are JMM. I don't mean to just sound like I'm trying to plug everything, but I mean, I want you guys to save money. But yeah, I have two 50K Alpha Futures accounts, so not as big of risk as I can do with my Apex accounts. They obviously don't produce as better as results as my Apex accounts, but they still are great to trade. They have some of the best rules. If you do the zero plan right here, you will get to actually see that there is no buffer when taking payouts. There is no trailing drawdown, etc. So you just get to take your trades. You don't have to worry about intraday trailing drawdowns or none of that, etc. Now, the reason I haven't copy traded 10 of these is, one, you can only copy trade up to 5 accounts on Alpha Futures, and 2, Apex is giving 90% off, so you can get accounts for literally like $18 to $20, while Alpha Futures, if you use my code on the zero plan, they'll still be $79 a month. So definitely, you know, if you are a beginner trader and your ROI is not that great, you should certainly be looking to save money and going with Apex. Now, I've made a good amount of money for myself in trading, and I'm very blessed by God for that, but it doesn't mean that I'm just going to go drop hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars on certain prop firms that I don't even really prioritize. So Alpha Futures, I'm not going to go drop, you know, what's 7 times 5, like almost 8 times 5 is almost $400 on accounts, when I could get 10 Apex accounts for ultra cheap. And then obviously, like I said, I trade my live account as well for these. I use MetaTrader 5 for that, Gates FX, great broker, great live account that I have. But again, my live account is nowhere near $1 million. So you'll start to see, actually in the entire month of December, I only used my live account, and these are the results I produced. So as you guys can see, not really much compared to the Apex accounts, or even really the Alpha Futures accounts that I can sometimes make up to 3,000 in a day on. This full month of December, I went with my live account alone because you guys know December price action is really not that great. So I said to myself, you know what? In the month of December, I'm just going to trade my live account where I know for a fact there's no hidden rules, there's no trailing drawdowns. If December price action decides to screw me over, I won't get my prop firm accounts blown because there's no rules on a live account. And as you guys can see, we had a good month, only 3 losers. And in fact, if you continue to go back to November, only 3 losers. We made almost 20 grand in that month. Obviously, like I said, October was the most days I've probably traded this year. This is when the 16th right here of October is when I actually bought the 10 Apex accounts and started trading with them. So overall, just a great end to the year here. As you guys can see, I've been tracking my results on TradeZella for a while, ultra profitable with prop firms and a live account. So very thankful for that, very blessed to have that and be able to run my Discord room full of this. Now I'm going to actually get into how I'm going to deal with the psychological and the emotional aspects of this. So before I actually go into truly the psychological and emotional aspect of this, I want to go over my strategy and what I use and how I'm able to trade these prop firm accounts as well, my live account. So I start on the higher time frames, being like the 4 hour, the 1 hour, sometimes even the 30-minute. And as you guys can see here, I have a bunch of areas of key levels of support and resistance marked off of. Bounces off of areas. As you guys can see, if you look at these certain areas, there's touches off these areas that reject off these areas. There's rejection wicks that come off these areas, engulfing candles that force moves to happen off of these areas. So these are why I mark up these key levels. I'm looking for areas where traders in the past have absolutely dumped or shot price to the upside or downside, so I can say, all right, you know what? Price has historically used this level to absolutely create just an insane move off of a key level. So if price comes back to that very level, I'm going to look to take the same type of trade off that area. For example, if we look here, I'm looking for a trade that I took last week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago. If we look here, we can see that price came up to this level right here, rejected off the area, and created a nice move to the downside right here. Well, the saying I like to use for this is history tends to repeat itself. So it comes back up, it rejects the same area once again, and what do you know? You get an even bigger move to the downside where you could have capitalized off something like that on the lower time frames. I usually like to enter and execute on the 5-minute time frames and do analysis like I just showed you here on the 4 hour, 1 hour, and 30-minute time frames. There's no marking up of 40 different fair value gaps and all these different EMAs. I have one EMA, I mark up support and resistance, and I take trades on it, and I've made $73,000 in 1 month before. It can be done. You don't need to mark out all this insane stuff and all these liquidity sweeps and all these gaps and stuff and overcomplicate your trading when trading's already hard enough. Just mark out these areas, have one moving average on there to help you understand this is the 13 EMA, and then you just take bounce plays off these areas. I mean, you can see so many times how many times price likes to use certain areas. Look right here. Price uses this area right here, creates a dumping move to the downside. Well, what does price do when it comes back up to the same area right here? Oh, wow, creates another move all the way down here. These areas are used several times by big buyers and big sellers in the market. And you are not trying to predict the market, you are just trying to get in with them. And that's exactly why I think my strategy works so well, even though it looks so simple. I'm not trying to predict the market, I'm just getting in with the big sellers and the big buyers. Now, I have made a Google Doc like this before, and I'm just going to continue to use this in 2026. This was my 2025 Google Doc, and I'm just going to continue to use this in 2026. The number one point I always want to make to myself is risk management comes before anything else, and you can see I've highlighted anything else there. Profitable traders obsess over how much they can lose, not how much they can make. That is a key statement that I always like to tell myself, okay? It's so cool to see all these profits of tens of 20s and 30s of thousands of dollars a day and all these 6-figure a month traders and stuff, but if something goes wrong, how much can you actually lose? If you're not using proper risk management, how much can you actually lose? Risk management is so important in trading, and until traders can get that down and beginner traders can understand that risk management comes before anything, they're going to fail. So in order to have my months go from $70,000 months up to my first ever 100K month, I'm going to properly use risk management. And that's why I mentioned before the Apex accounts are so beautiful, because I copy trading up to 10 of those accounts, and you guys can see that I can risk so little but make so much compared to the size of the account. Now, this kind of goes back to the point I was just mentioning on TradingView. I have one strategy. I don't trade so many different things. I keep things simple. I have one strategy, and that's that. And I live trade the same strategy on my live trading Discord every single day. Whatever that strategy is for you, whatever gives you your edge in the market, stick to that. There's no reason to strategy hop. There's no reason to go to certain and different things. If just master one thing, master one or two assets on the market, and trade it every single day. It's also back to what I was saying on TradingView. I'm waiting for confirmation, not prediction. Okay, I'm not trying to predict the market and top tick and bottom tick everything. All I'm doing is looking for price to come to these areas that I have marked off on my chart, as you guys can see by those yellow boxes before, and I'm looking to take trades off these areas because I know that's where the big buyers and the big sellers are. You must wait for confirmation, not prediction, and that's what I'm going to do in 2026. Finally, the most important one is emotional control and rule-based execution, okay? The moment emotions decide entries, exits, size, or profits, they disappear, okay? You cannot be an emotional trader. I'm sure you guys have heard it from all your trading influencers, and I'm going to tell it to you as well. If you are an emotional trader, you will fail at this industry. I'm so sorry. That is just the way the cookie crumbles in this industry. You cannot trade with your emotions. Do whatever you have to do to make sure that you are trading with not your emotions and you are trading based off your system and your strategy in the market. I cannot tell you guys enough how my trading flipped from ultimate failure, screwing up, to complete profitability, making this my full-time job, opening a Discord to teach other people and get them these results because I took care of my emotions. Actually, in my Discord right here, we have a whole channel that breaks down psychology. As you guys can see, we haven't typed in it in a while. It's been a little over a month since we've typed in this channel. But as you guys can see, people in here, they ask questions. They put things that they share about emotions and psychology and stuff. That's why my Discord is so valuable. Getting control of your emotions, managing risk, and understanding that you need to have one clear edge in the market and not strategy hop to 10 different strategies. Whatever your goals in 2026 are, that will make it happen. Now, like I said in the beginning of this video, my goal is to make 100K a month in 2026 because I've already had a month where I've made over $73,000. You cannot just start trading tomorrow. Maybe you make a couple $100 here and there from trading and think, oh yeah, I'm going to make 100K a month because that's what Jake wants to do. No, stop, take a deep breath, put the brakes on. I have been trading for years, okay? I have suffered the struggles, all of it that you could think of. I've gone through it for absolute years, and I'm finally now at the point, I became a profitable trader maybe 2 years ago. I am now finally at the point where I'm starting to see profits like this because I built that for myself, okay? You think when I first started trading 4 years ago that I was making $73,000 in a month? No, even earlier this year, you can see that I was only making up to like $21,000 a month at most, which is a blessing, don't get me wrong, but it's nothing as close as a $73,000 month. So it took time, it took effort, it took dedication. And like I said, when I have my 100K month this year, in the year of 2026, it'll all be documented in my Discord for all of my students to see every single day. If you are interested in joining the live trading room where you can take the same trades I do every single day, please go ahead and check the link out in the description. I'm running also my biggest ever funded account giveaway in my Discord. I'm giving away 6 total funded accounts to 6 of my students. And if you want access to a giveaway like that, the Discord link is in the description. So whatever your goals are in 2026 in trading, learn to have an edge, learn to manage risk, learn to use prop firms correctly, and you can make it happen. Don't forget to like and subscribe and go into 2026 and absolutely grab it and kill it this year. I know you can do it.